Gabi Gregg is a pioneer in the plus-size fashion industry, changing it one tweet and blog post at a time. As I said before, if you want to get out your phone, she's at MTVTJ. Gabi created her blog, Young, Fat, and Fabulous, in 2008 to show women that they can dress young and fashionably at any size and look beautiful in any style. And isn't it refreshing to think of that? She has been challenging assumptions about beauty and plus-size fashion ever since, even influencing mainstream retailers like Forever 21, Target, and American Rag to expand to include plus-size lines. As her blog became more popular, Gabi organized the first plus-size fashion blogger conference to bring other plus-size bloggers together with retailers, magazine editors, and the public to discuss the future of fashion. Last August, Gabi was able to expand her platform by winning MTV's Follow Me web-based contest, beating out 19 other social media pros, savvies, contestants to become the cable network's first ever Twitter jockey. Since then, she has tweeted and written blog posts about the entertainment and fashion industries from her empowering point of view, mind you, for her 26,000 followers to read. She's been featured in Black Enterprise magazine, the New York Times, ABC's Good Morning America, 17 magazine, Glamour.com, The Daily Beast, and The Guardian. Gabi is such a strong advocate for women within the fashion industry. She encourages women of all shapes to love their bodies and refuses to ever tell women what not to wear. We are pleased to welcome Gabi Gregg.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, and thank you to Now for inviting me here. I'm still very new in my career, and to be sitting next to two such accomplished women is completely humbling for me, so thank you to Now. I just thought I would start by telling you my story and how I came to love my body, and hope that that helps inspire you, and not only to love your bodies, but also spread this message, because as we said earlier, I really do believe that this is a very political statement, given everything in society that tells us to do the opposite, to hate our bodies so that we will buy things to make them better. I began, I guess around 2004 when I graduated high school. I found a live journal community, which is an online community called Fashionista. Fashionista is pretty popular, and what it was is 50% politics, 50% fashion. I had never heard about body politics in my life. I was very interested in fashion, so I joined. And it's very ironic because I originally did not like the politics part of this. I was like, what are these people talking about? All I want to do is look at pretty clothing. Little did I know that after months and months of looking at this website every day, it changed my life. I think people underestimate the power of visibility, and seeing women post outfits, post pictures of themselves every single day, women who looked like me, who were confident, proud, and happy to be plus size, completely changed the way I saw myself. And I didn't even know this was happening. It was definitely an internal thing. But slowly and surely, I started to see myself differently. I no longer wanted to go on diets. I no longer looked in the mirror and hated what I saw. And this was a space that was really encouraged and moderated by two wonderful fat activists, Leslie Kinzel and Marianne Kirby. And in this space, you were not allowed to discuss diets. You were not allowed to discuss weight loss. You were not allowed to use body-shaming language. And when I say that, I mean, you cannot say, oh, I want to wear this dress because it makes me look thinner. That's not the mindset that they had, and that completely seeped into my mind. However, I will be honest and say that I still wanted a space that was really designated for my demographic, which means people who were, women specifically, who were younger, who liked mainstream fashion trends, but who didn't see that on bodies like them. Whenever you see a magazine talk about plus-size women, they talk about how to hide your body, how to look slimmer. But there was nothing out there at the time that really catered to younger women who liked the Marc Jacobs designers and who liked the Betsy Johnsons. So I decided to start my blog called Young, Fat, and Fabulous in the fall of 2008 after I had graduated college. A lot of people to this day ask me why I chose that name. I just really believe in the word fat and reclaiming that word. I believe it can be very empowering because no longer do you feel offended by it. When people call me fat, I don't gasp and go cry about it. I say, yeah, I'm 240 pounds, I'm fat. I mean, at no point can you use that against me anymore. But that does not mean that I'm sloppy. That does not mean that I don't love myself. That does not mean that I don't eat well. It doesn't mean any of the things that are associated with that word and that stigma. I really wanted to take that stigma away from the word, so that's why I named my blog Young, Fat, and Fabulous. And I did take the politics out of it to an extent, but it's impossible, as we were discussing, I think it's really impossible to have a blog called Young, Fat, and Fabulous, to post pictures of yourself wearing certain outfits that most people would not associate with fat girls, and have that not be a political statement. So soon after that, I began getting emails from all over the world, from women who said, I have never seen anyone like you. I've never seen a woman who is fat and who is okay with that, who is fat and who is not trying to diet, who is fat and who is not trying to cover up her body to look thinner. And you have changed my life. I literally had people email me who have said I was suicidal and I was considering committing suicide because I hated my body that much, and then I found your blog. So I know what I'm doing is more important than just dressing up and taking pictures of myself in some sort of narcissistic way. I really do believe that it's helping myself and other people come to love their bodies, and therefore, I think, be more productive citizens and help share that message of what we're really fighting against. As was mentioned, I was contacted by the New York Times a few months after I started my blog, and they were doing a piece, I believe, on yo-yo dieting, and they asked me for a very long interview, which happened to be cut down to one quote that said, I'm 200 pounds and I love myself, or something like that, which is fine. And that just shows the power of the New York Times, because from that one quote, my blog blew up, and I was then the next week contacted by Good Morning America to do an interview. After that, as my blog continued to grow, I got more and more followers, and as of last year, I was contacted by MTV to participate in this competition that had nothing to do with body politics. It was 100% about pop culture and social media. And they told me, at this time, I was literally laying on a sheet in Chicago. I had no job. I was trying to freelance write. I was trying to find something. I had just graduated from college. And they said, would you be interested? I said, I'm not sure. And they said, it's $100,000. And I said, okay. So, I think the real reason behind that is that I really thought about the potential that I could have when it comes to spreading my message. Even though their job wasn't directly about body politics, I would be working for a mainstream media company. I would be on television looking the way I look. I would be tweeting from them. I would be getting press, on top of the fact that I would be blogging for them, in which, as mentioned, I'm blogging about pop culture, but I'm doing it through my own lens. Luckily, after I won, I was lucky enough that MTV really loved what I was saying, and they said, do your own thing, like, as long as it's not something crazy, we support you, and I was able to really bring my perspective to this company. I'm not going to lie, MTV, of course, does have some misogynistic television shows, and I've done what I can. Obviously, I don't think they're taking Jersey Shore off TV anytime soon. It's the biggest show they've ever had in the history of MTV. But what I am able to do is tweet my critical articles and blog posts about how I feel about the show, what I think is problematic, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. The same goes for, they recently started a show called I Used to Be Fat, which is about teenagers who are fat, who want to lose weight, and who spend a summer working out with a trainer 8 hours a day to achieve these really, really unrealistic goals. And of course, the conversation is, oh, look at this really, really unhappy fat girl. And by the end, look at this really, really happy skinny girl. She now has a boyfriend. She now has a million friends. Her life is perfect because she lost 80 pounds in 3 months. So I have done what I can to really challenge those conversations, or challenge that messaging. And I'm actually, I think, lucky that MTV allows me to. They don't say, you're not allowed to write that. They say, go ahead. So I think I'm actually very lucky to work for a company that allows me to do something like that. And my year contract is almost up in about 2 months. I'm very sad for it to be over, but I'm excited to jump into this world of body politics and fashion that I'm in love with, but I haven't really been able to pursue fully until now. I think the positive part about the fact that I haven't really overtly included political statements in my blog is the fact that I tend to have a crossover audience. So, as opposed to some bloggers who are very, very activisty in their language, I tend to focus on fashion, and I think a lot of people come to my blog to see the fashion, and similar to what happened with me with the community I was speaking about earlier, Fashionista, they come for the fashion, and they don't even realize that day after day of seeing pictures of me in my language that's not body shaming, that's not telling them I hate myself, or, oh no, I don't like this outfit because you can see my role. It's not saying any of that. Slowly but surely, I think that I am changing their minds as well. And I think that's proven by the fact that I have been contacted by so many mainstream women's magazines. I have full pages in Cosmopolitan, of all places, in Glamour magazine. I now blog for Vogue Italia's website. Who would have thought that someone who had a blog with the word fat in it would be blogging for Vogue? Like that blows your mind. And I think at the end of the day, it just really speaks to the importance of visibility. I really think the way to change things is to get as many body shapes on TV and in the media as possible. Seeing people who look like you is so, so powerful. Whether it's who have your same skin color, who have your same shape, size, whatever. And I would like to really emphasize, I'm not a fat activist or someone who says, let's go fat girls, like down with the skinny B word. I don't say that, and I really don't think that's helpful for anyone. It should really be about embracing your size, whether you're a size 0, size 24, 26, 28, whatever it may be, embracing that. And that doesn't mean having to sit around and eat junk food and say, I love myself, I'm going to eat this pizza. If you want to do that, that's up to you, but it really is about being good to your body, and whatever that body may look like, that is okay. And that's the message that I hopefully am sending with my blog, and I hopefully will continue to send. Women like Kate Dillon, to my left, have really inspired me. She's a plus-size model, and have really inspired me to continue down this path. And the emails and tweets and everything that I continue to get has confirmed for me that this is the life path that I choose to take, because I see how much of an impact. I just think that if someone in Indonesia can see my picture and that can change their life, like, what else can I be doing? So I hope you guys enjoyed my speech, and I cannot wait to hear the other two ladies' speeches next to me. Thank you.